Good morning, children. Today we'll start with exercise 1.1 question number 1. Using appropriate properties, find minus 2 by 3 into 3 by 5 plus 5 by 2 minus 3 by 5 into 1 by 6. So there are two parts. I'm doing first part. So see the solution. So you can see between these two rational numbers we have multiply sign. So I'm going to put bracket in front and at back of these two rational numbers to make it one term. Then second term is 5 by 2. Then again in this term, these two rational numbers are multiplying, so I'm putting bracket in front and at back. Now what you can do is, you can see that in first and third bracket, 3 by 5 rational number is same. So what we will do, we'll regroup these three terms. So first term will be minus 2 by 3 into 3 by 5. Then I will take this bracket in front with the sign and take out this second term at the back with sign. So minus 3 by 5 into 1 by 6 plus 5 by 2. So when we use A plus B plus C, or we change their order in three rational numbers, we use associative property. So here also I have changed the position of C, right? So I have used here associative property. Now you can see in these two terms 3 by 5 is common. So I am taking out 3 by 5 common. When I take out 3 by 5 common, I am left with minus 2 by 3 here. And when I take out 3 by 5 common from this term, I'm left with minus 1 by 6 plus 5 by 2. So when we take out something common, that is distributive property. Now we'll solve this bracket by taking LCM. 6 is the LCM. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 into minus 2 gives minus 4. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 into 1 gives minus 1. Minus 4 into minus 1 is minus 4. Minus 1 is minus 5 by 6. And you have 3 by 5 in front. So 3 by 5 multiply minus 5 by 6 in one bracket, then plus 5 by 2. So we'll solve it. 5 and 5 cancel. 3 cancel with 6 at 2. So I'm left with minus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2. So again you can see the LCM is 2. As denominator is same, we simply add the numerators. Minus 1 plus 5 gives 4 by 2, which is equal to 2. So here you can see when we add two rational numbers, we get a rational number. So this property is closure property. So using property, we have to solve this sum. So first we'll use associative property, then distributive, then closure property. At last we get a rational number as the answer, that is closure property. In the same way we have to do second part. This into this rational number multiply with this rational number, I'm going to keep it in one bracket. Then these two rational numbers are multiplying, again I will keep this in bracket. And these two rational numbers are multiplying, I'll keep this in bracket. Now from these three, so I have used here, so you can see first and third bracket have common rational number 2 by 5. So I will regroup these terms. First term will be 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7. Then this third term will become second term now. I will regroup it. I will rearrange these terms. 1 by 14 into 2 by 5, and this term will go at the end. This is associative property. I have changed the order A, B, C. Right? Now you can see 2 by 5 is common from these two terms. And we are left with minus 3 by 7 plus 1 by 14 minus third term is 1 by 6 into 3 by 2. So we can solve it. 3 and 6 cancels at 2. And when we take out common something, then we can use distributive property there. Now we'll solve this bracket. 14 is the LCM. 14 divided by 7 is 2, and 2 multiply with minus 3 is minus 6. Then 14 divided by 14 is 1, 1 ones are 1. Minus 6 plus 1 gives minus 5 by 14, and 2 by 5 multiply with it. 5 and 5 cancels, 2, 14 cancels at 7. So I'm left with here, in this term, after solving I am left with minus 1 by 4. So minus 1 by 7 minus 1 by 4. When we subtract or add two rational numbers, we get a rational number. By taking LCM, we'll solve it. Minus 4 minus 7 gives minus 11 by 28. So this is closure property. So this was question number 1. Now coming to question 2, write the additive inverse of each of the following. So as I told you, what are additive inverse? Changing of signs. additive inverse of positive rational number is negative and additive inverse of negative rational number is positive. So additive inverse of 2 by 8 is minus 2 by 8. Additive inverse of minus 5 by 9, since it is negative, so its additive inverse is positive. If we get both the numerator and denominator negative, then first we have to cut these negative signs. We make them positive. Now we'll find additive inverse of 6 by 5. So first of all, we'll solve these minus signs. Then whatever is left, we find additive inverse of that. So we are left with 6 by 5. Its additive inverse is minus 6 by 5. In fourth part, additive inverse of 2 by minus 9 is, since we have one minus sign, so its additive inverse is positive, 2 by 9. 19 by minus 6, additive inverse is 19 by 6. So this was question number 2. Question 3 is, verify that minus of minus x is equal to x for x is 11 by 15 and minus 13 by 17 in second part. Now you can see we have two sides. This is left hand and this is right hand. So in first part, x is 11 by 15. So we'll take left hand side first. Minus of minus x. We put the value of x 11 by 15. Now you can see this minus and this minus will cancel out, or minus and minus makes it plus 11 by 15. So this is left hand side. And right hand side is x. And what is the value of x? 11 by 15. So you can see left hand is 11 by 15. Right hand is also 11 by 15. LHS equal to RHS, hence verified. In second part, we have x minus 13 by 17. So when we take LHS minus of minus x, so 1 minus is already out, 1 minus is inside, and when we put the value of x, we get one more minus sign. So you can see this minus and this minus makes it plus, or minus minus cancel. We are left with one minus sign, minus 13 by 17. And right hand side is x and x is minus 13 by 17. So you can see left hand and right hand sides are equal, hence verified. Now coming to question 4. Find the multiplicative inverse of the following. So we have 6 parts. Multiplicative inverse, as I told you, the reciprocal. The other name of multiplicative inverse is reciprocal. So minus 13, reciprocal of minus 13 or multiplicative inverse of minus 13 is, as it does not contain denominator, so we'll put 1 in the denominator. Now we'll do its reciprocal. I'll keep minus sign in the numerator only. So when we reciprocate this base, this numerator and denominator, I get multiplicative inverse as minus 1 by 13. Multiplicative inverse of minus 13 by 19 is minus 19 will go in numerator and 13 will come in denominator. Then 1 by 5. Its multiplicative inverse is 5 by 1. Now in fourth part, we have minus 5 by 8 into minus 3 by 7. First we'll solve them out. Minus and minus cancel. 5 3s are 15, 8 7s are 56, and its multiplicative inverse is 56 by 15. So whenever we have two rational numbers, either they are multiplying, minus, adding, subtraction sign is there. So first we'll solve them, and whatever answer we'll get, then we'll find their multiplicative inverse. So this was fourth part. Fifth part is minus 1 into minus 2 by 5. So minus minus cancel. We are left with 2 by 5 and its reciprocal is 5 by 2. Or multiplicative inverse is 5 by 2. And reciprocal of minus 1 is minus 1 only. Because minus 1, if we put denominator 1, and when we'll do its reciprocal, I get 1 by 1 only, or minus 1 by 1 only. So reciprocal of minus 1 and 1 is always same. So this was question number 4. Now coming to fifth part, name the property under multiplication used in each of the following. So you can see in first part, it is minus 4 by 5 into 1 is equal to 1 into minus 4 by 5 is equal to minus 4 by 5. As I explained you earlier, any rational number multiplied by 1 gives us the same rational number. This is called existence of multiplicative identity. As 1 is the multiplicative identity, it means when we multiply any rational number with 1, or 1 multiplied by any rational number give us the same rational number. So this property is called existence of multiplicative identity. In second part, you can see 13 by 17 into minus 2 by 7 is equal to minus 2 by 7 into 13 by 17. If you recall it, it is of the form A into B is equal to B into A. In this property, only order is changed. A into B is equal to B into A. And this is called commutative property. And here you can see multiply sign is there, so we can use under multiplication. So the property used is commutative property under multiplication. In third part, you can see minus 19 by 29 and its reciprocal is 29 by minus 19. When we multiply them, we always get 1. This is called existence of multiplicative inverse, right? Multiplicative inverse property says that a rational number and its reciprocal, the product of rational number and its reciprocal is always equal to 1. So you can see here the rational number is minus 19 by 29 and its reciprocal is 29 by minus 19, and the product, when we cancel it out, we get 1 as the answer. So this is existence of multiplicative inverse. So this was question 5. Question 6 is multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. So we have to multiply 6 by 13 by reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. So what is reciprocal of minus 7 by 16? It is minus 16 by 7. Minus will remain in the numerator and denominator and numerator will interchange for reciprocal. So as you can see, we cannot divide 6 with 13 and 6 with 7. 16 and 13 can also not be divided. 16 and 7 is also not divided. So simply multiply numerators and denominators, we get minus 96 by 91. Now coming to 7th, tell what property allows you to compute 1 by 3 into 6 into 4 by 3 as 1 by 3 into 6 into 4 by 3. So if I compare this property with A into B into C is equal to A into B into C. If we have 3 rational numbers and if we change their order, the result will remain same. So you can see only simply the order has been changed in this property, right? So here associative property under multiplication is used. So this was question number 7. So we have completed question 1 to 7. Thank you so much.